or shall I? Welcome everyone to Connection Yoga. My name is Cat and this is Roscoe. And today we have a pose workshop and we'll be focused on downward dog. Downward dog is the quintessential power yoga pose and it engages your whole being. It's calming and it works your overall flexible strength. It decompresses your spine, opens the arches, you know you like that, and it strengthens and sculpts your arms, your thighs, and your core, leaving you feeling nice and long, free, engaged, but restful. So the inversion element also kind of flips our perspective upside down. So there are so many juicy, amazing elements to this, I think, fundamental pose. So that's why I kind of wanted to visit it today, because it continues to be an active home base throughout many power and flow practices. And that's because it's both dynamic and restful at the same time. So you can keep it active while kind of resting, because we're building a lot of heat in the body and we don't want to fully let that go. We want to kind of stay steady, making this steady ooh, ooh. Did you like that? Did you like ooh? Did you like that? Yeah, he loves downward dog. You know, we do name it because dogs do this naturally, and we've, you know, taken that nomenclature. So maybe we'll see Mr. Man here do a grumpy down dog. Okay. So for this practice, I've got my mat and some water, and I think that's really all you need. So we'll start with a little practice because, you know, not everyone can just jump right into down dog because, like I said, it does activate everything. Your arms, your legs, but it's such a good juicy warm up too. So we'll do a little warm up and then we'll get into it and break down all those little alignment cues that you can start to think about and hopefully make this pose show up a little bit better aligned for you. And that alignment is really just to make the most of the pose and make sure you're not putting yourself kind of in a risky position. So one of the things we'll talk about is the hands and the wrist, because in that downward dog, you can dump into those wrists, and the wrists are not supposed to be actually holding the bulk of the weight. It's actually in your knuckles, and this really focusing on pressing that fleshy area between the index finger and thumb. That'll really help to kind of keep the weight off the wrist, which can be a very sensitive area for a lot of people in this posture. Other thing to note is the arches. So, you know, I was joking because people love feet out there, and I got my feet out here for free, and that's totally fine. But no, in down dog, you're aiming to bring the heels towards the mat, but they might not find it, and that's perfectly okay. It's about kind of reaching towards it, and we'll talk about that a little bit more, but I just want to kind of put that out there that is not a requirement. It is kind of a goal, but if you never get there, you know, and you're still getting that good stretch in and everything is aligned, then you're doing fine. You're fine. But maybe one day you'll get that open by kind of re-showing up, redoing this practice, and yeah, drinking that water. So by continuing with this practice, know that it is an acceptance of waiver of liability. Take care of yourself, and if you're ready, let's get connected. Let's begin in child's pose. We'll take our knees wide this time, big toes to touch, hips back to the heels, and fold into it. Of course, if you have a block in hand and want to place that under the head, bring the earth a little higher up to you. That is totally fine. You might close your eyes or just
Soften the gaze. Hips get heavy, lengthening quads and back. From here, let's take some deep belly breaths. Big inhale and exhale. Breath in. Let it go. One more like that. Let it go. Then lips might seal. Ujjayi breath, breathing in through the nose, filling. And then through the nose, exhale, slow. Lifting elbows, pressing palms, breath in. And breath out. Fingers spread, pressing palms down, breath in. Breath out. One more. Tabletop, rise, shoulders over wrist, knees under hips. Cow cat, lower belly, look forward, inhale. Exhale, around the back, tuck chin. Flow lower, opening through the belly and chest. Exhale, round, lengthening through the back. Flow. Breath link to movement. Neutral spine. Bear pose. Curl the toes, just lift the knees just above the mat. I'm gonna wake up the core here. Focus on pressing the index finger and thumb. And then knees to the mat, uncurl the toe, hips back, close knees, child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. To get into downward dog, there's a number of ways to do it. And this is certainly one way. From child's pose here, simply lift up enough to curl the toes, and then you're going to lift your hips up. Contract and activate your quads. Press your thigh bones back towards the wall behind you. Pull your hips back and tilt your tailbone up. Lift your sitting bones up towards the sky and spread them away from each other. Pull your navel towards your spine for upward lift. And press your arms down and forward. Pause there. Knees come down. Uncurl toes, sit back. All right, you can already start to feel arms waking up there. And that's okay if you are feeling that. You know, I pick up and put down heavy things and I'm still feeling it, so don't fret. But that was some of the lower body alignment. So really focused on long length. So lengthen the legs, sit bones turning up. So you know, you don't want to arch here. You want to turn them up. Up. That spread is really subtle and it's inside. You kind of feel it in your legs more than anything. Okay, and I've kind of got a short stance here, so my feet are on the ground. To measure your down dog, I usually go into a plank. And then from there, that's the length I really need. Back. So you can see now I'm in this longer one. My heels are not quite towards the mat, but they're going to be reaching towards it as my sit bones are reaching up. Okay? But, you know, it is a little bit more demanding to be in that longer stance. So you can always start with a shorter one and then play with that distance, play with that length. I'm just a transition snob, call myself that. So I like it to be really smooth when I go from one pose to another. So that's why I like to go here to down dog, because I don't want to go here and back and then have to adjust, or vice versa. You know, and that just is because I've been practicing for a long time now. So I think about those kind of things, but you know, it's something maybe you'll start to think about. I know I'm throwing a lot out there, so let's do this again. Then I'm going to give you some cues about the upper body alignment this time. So, same as before. Child's pose, toes curled. Again, pressing the arms down towards the mat and forward. Drop your shoulder blades down your back, bringing your elbows towards each other. More in, shoulder blades down. Palms are flat, pressing the mat slightly forward. Again, fingers spread evenly apart. And like I said at the beginning, place weight in your knuckles, not your wrist, especially your index finger. Okay, beautiful. All right, let's come out of that one more time. Come back to kneel. Beautiful. Now, notice your wrist. Was there some pressure building there or not? One way I like to do this in my power practice anyway, because they do you start to feel them, and that's fine. But what you can do is you can squeeze your fist. Squeeze it real good. And then release back across the mat, fingers spread. All right? And when we say fingers spread across the mat, we want this kind of boxy kind of shape. Maybe a little bit more open even, depending on your bone structure, but you don't want them in. You want them here, because like I said, those elbows are bringing in towards each other, shoulder blades down, and this position all starts to do that. They all start to work together to lock in, okay? And to keep your shoulder girdle plugged in rather than up here, a little out there.
So that's why we align, is to make sure that we're like engaging through the natural bone structure and allowing our bones to carry our weight, not just our muscles. Gucci? All right. So let's do this one more time. And I want to talk about a little variation for those with the wrist sensitivity. My current mat is not really great for this, so I'll just kind of speak to it and maybe you'll try it with yours. You can take the top of your mat and kind of roll it back a few times. I've got a really thick mat, so it doesn't like to do it. But essentially, you can create a little roll here and place the base of your palms on that, and that helps to further shift the weight into your knuckles, to your bones. So maybe you play with that, maybe you don't. That's totally okay. Whenever you're ready, let's hop into downward dog. Gang, gang, baby. All right. I instantly started to notice that my shoulders had kind of come towards my ears, so I'm gonna plug that in. You know, your muscle memory will start to hold some of these alignment elements, but there are some things you kind of gotta check regularly. So it's just a little bit of a self-check. Okay? All right, beautiful. This inversion also is helping to kind of reset and cleanse us a little bit. Shift our perspective. And let's take a deep breath in here. And exhale, heels towards the earth, hips to the sky. Breath in. Breath out. And release. Awesome. That's downward dog. It can be varied in so many ways throughout the practice. One beautiful way that I like to do is a shortened down dog with a twist. This does require more work because we're going into a one-handed down dog. But then you place the opposite hand on the opposite leg. Got this nice little twist. We're getting through the side here, open. Boom. I'm going to try that. But again, it does require you to be able to kind of one-handed. Right? It's a beautiful one. Okay? And then, you know, we don't always get into it from child's pose. A lot of the time when we're in a vinyasa practice, like a power or flow, when we get into our vinyasa, we'll go from our sun salute, so reaching to the sky, folding forward, halfway lift. Go ahead and plant those hands how you want them, and then you step back into it. Okay, finding that length. And you might set that plank before going back. Boom. Okay, that's one way. And yeah, I would say the most popular way outside of child's pose. So hope you learned something about downward dog. Might have been a little erratic, but I want to go through it one more time. Give you all those cues at once. You ready? Downward dog time. All right, either from the top or child's pose. Get yourself into it. Contract your quads and activate them. That is the front of your thigh if you were unaware. Press your thigh bones back towards the wall behind you. It's just to shift everything back. Again, hips pulling back, tailbone up, as well as the sit bones lifted and spread away from each other. Heels driving towards the earth. Pull your navel towards your spine, so engaging that belly, that kind of lengthening and lifting the torso. pressing your arms down and forward. By that, we pushing the mat away with the hands. Shoulder blades down the back. Elbows slightly towards each other. The head is between the arms. So the head should not be really further or above. Again, palms flat. Fingers spread. Weight in the knuckles, especially the index and thumb. You can really press into that fleshy space between those fingers. Beautiful. And then drop your brain and breathe. All right. Let it go. Let's kneel. Take some shoulder circles. Ooh. Nice. All right, I'm going to cross my right arm over, hugging with the left. And switch. Beautiful work, everybody. All right, let me know if you've got any questions about downward facing dog. I love it. It's definitely one of my favorite poses. It's so hard to pick favorite poses. There are so many good ones, but it's definitely one. I think I do it every day, multiple times a day, just because I love the stretch. I love the inversion. It's just so good. But if you don't love it, that's okay. That's okay too. You know, I've learned to love the challenge and appreciate each pose for what it is because I've been practicing for a while, and obviously I teach yoga. But you know, not every pose feels great in everyone's body, and that's okay. That's perfectly normal and all right. So just continue to observe yourself using your tool of mindfulness and your breath to know, like, can I breathe? If you can't breathe in a posture, it means you're in it a little bit too deep. You're too compressed. You need to be able to breathe into that down dog. So those are just little tips that'll actually help in any pose, but can always bring here too. So let me know if you liked this practice, if you kind of want more. If you have any poses that you would like more information about, let me know. And if we get some multiples, then maybe we'll definitely hit that. So comment, like, subscribe, whatever feels good with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, I love you all. Stay connected. You're the best boy? Yes. Yes, you are.